Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a lovely weekend. It was a bit of a wet one here, or was it a nice weekend? I can't remember. This holiday period, I started work, like I worked yesterday, but I'm not sure what's going on with January at the moment. I haven't worked it out. Hey Cheryl, hey Margine. So welcome to my Tuesday live video. I have some fun things to play with today, but for those of you who have just found me or we haven't met before, my name is Ellen Woodbridge and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And do you know what? That is back to front because, aha, there we go. Yes, hang on. Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, because I forgot to flick my screen. Now I need to get rid of that to see everyone's comments as they're coming in. Hey Sonia, hey Donna, hey Margine. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you. I know I'm pointing wrong because I flipped the screen. And then you stuff yourself up, don't you? So I go live twice a week, sharing with you Stampin' Up! Projects. Last night over on my YouTube channel, I did an unboxing video of a brand new kit. I will show you those soon, what I made. So I did an unboxing video and then I made the 3 cards as well. So we had a fun time over there. I generally do real-time card making. Hey Beryl. Now we can see that code. Yes, it's a very big long January code. This no numbers, all letters. So that's, hang on, that's the code to use when you are popping in your online orders. And for this month of January and next month of February, you can earn free celebration products just for spending money. So for every $90 here in Australia that you spend with me, you can choose free product. Now, this free product just may happen to be one of the things that we're playing with today. So we're playing with the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. Now that is in the Celebration catalogue. And Stampin' Up! Have been very smart and they have coordinated some product, trying to grab my catalogue here, they've coordinated the celebration product to go with the brand new mini catalogue. So it's nice to have some paper that goes with it, but the paper will only be here for 2 months. So this is the stamp set, Dainty Delight. When I did an unboxing video with this wasn't necessarily a stamp set that I normally gravitate towards, but I had to have it. So I got that, and then we have some dies that go with it. And I am going to have to mute my laptop because I just got a notification. And there's 2. I was getting notifications last night during my live video because my cousin and her fiance had a baby yesterday afternoon, and they're announcing it to the family. So it's very exciting. I feel a bit special because the baby's name is very close to my name, like extremely close to my name. If I wasn't married, we would have 2 letters difference in our whole name. So her name is Ellie Ann, which is really, really sweet, and she's just adorable. Cannot wait to meet her. So yes, that happened like during my video because I'm getting all these pings going, what is happening? Oh, good, Margine, you ordered that bundle yesterday. Hey, Melissa and Margaret, thank you so much for joining. So, yes, I'm thinking maybe this can turn into one of the cards we make might be a baby card, because I did make a card. I'll show you the card actually. I haven't blogged it or anything yet, but I did make this card. I did so much hand cutting, but I did make this card, but I'm not really sure this represents a baby girl, because I was convinced they were having a baby boy, but they had a baby girl instead, and they didn't know what they were having. So I love this card, and just a little reminder that you are loved. I thought was perfect for a new baby, but do you think I could do this for a baby girl, or should I do something a bit more gender affirming that's girly-ish? Yeah, I don't know. Hey Susan, thank you for joining. So yes, we're playing with celebration products and non-celebration products. So I will show you very quickly the saying thanks kit that I made up last night. So this is the kit. Hey Deborah, welcome. This is the kit, a non-stamping kit, which is lovely, and I will give you a quick look at the cards that we made. So you can see we've got some iridescent diamonds on there. No, they don't have fun. They kind of live in the sticks, and when I say the sticks, I mean they live in a fairly rural area, but I don't know. I may have to consult my mum. Hey Brenton, how are you? And this is the final thanks card that we made last night. My other thought was using this base card as a congratulations card. So my three choices are, let me grab this card again. Baby card. Do I do option 1, which is the farmyard animals? Do I do option 2 and use this card base, which is a rainbow card base? Or do I use the Dainty Flowers? Now, your opinions may change during the video, and I'm all for that. But I'm in two minds about what to do about this baby card. But she was only born yesterday, so I'm sure they're not expecting a card today in the mail, because that ain't happening. They live like 2 hours drive away from me, which is fine, but I'm not hand delivering it because I ain't got that kind of time this week. So let's flip around. I'll show you all the Dainty Flowers paper, and then I'll talk about some ideas, and then we'll get playing, because I need to refamiliarize myself with this paper. So how was your weekend? Did you get crafty on the weekend while I flick around? And I also would love to know who already has the Dainty Flowers paper. Whoa, oh shivers. I almost whacked myself in the head with my thing. That was not pretty. Now I need to flip my screen while I'm holding you guys. I don't know if that's right. We'll find out in a second. I do not have Louisa behind me. It'd be horrible to roll over her. You got the bundle and the paper, Cheryl. That's good to know. Okay, whoops. Go in, don't pop. It's going in and then it's popping back out again. It's being very, very annoying. What's going on here today? Ah, you ordered the DSP yesterday. Right, well, I'm glad I can play with this with you, and we can have some fun together. Right, that's fine. I just need to tighten this up a little. Okay, so let's see how we're going here now. Would you believe I don't even have my replay screen up yet? Hi Carol, how are you? Thank you for joining. Now let's see if I can do this while I'm standing up. This is going to be 1.5 feet because I still have to turn off the light, and I don't think anyone is close standing up to be able to do that. Okay, and I'm going to go to my live videos, which shows me I'm live, so that's a good thing. And we're looking good. I just want to do a titch of a zoom. Oh, you've been away with family. Hey, Jane, how are you? Now, let me see. See, this Zoom is playing so much nicer than the YouTube Zoom last night. I couldn't get that light touch last night, which wasn't very fun. Never around when you want or need them. I know, isn't that right, Cheryl? Okay, so light is off. That is good. We can see what we're doing here. That's even better. Safely sitting back down. Just Owen is watching some type of YouTube video, and eating breakfast with headphones, so we will not be hearing from him, or we'll be hearing his laugh. So this is on page 55. So in the mini catalogue on page 55, we have the Dainty Designs bundle. So the dies in the set cut out all 4 of our flower clusters, and then we get some extra dies as well. So there are actually, how many dies are in the set? There are actually 16 dies in this set, but only 4 of them coordinate with the stamp set. So it gives you lots and lots of scope to be able to build your own flowers, which I really, really like. Okay, now on this page, in Celebration, I will show you, oh, it's right here, almost first page. So we've got the owls, then we've got the carrots. I am going to use carrots, but I'm not going to use carrots as carrots, because it's a carrot. You eat it, you use it in bolognese, you have it in a salad. I'm not sure I'm into giving carrot cards, but there are some trees in my street that remind me of these carrots. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. So this is the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper in Celebration. So it says here it coordinates with this bundle, and it does say MC, which is mini catalogue. So these are some of the samples that the designers have come up with, and this paper is free with a $90 order, and you get 12 sheets. Oh, you do like this? Yes, exactly, Jody. And I had thought, oh, I can do trees, and then of course everyone has done trees, but that's okay. We can all do trees, and we all had the same thing. Hello, and you love this set? Yes, I do love it as well. So I happen to have 2 packs of this paper. One is unopened, and one I am going to go through with you now, and I'm going to pull out the ones that I think we can use together. Okay, so I love this. Now also, some of these flowers do coordinate with the dies, so you can easily cut out the flowers using the dies. Okay, so that's just now that's a pretty soft pink. We know why I'm putting that to the side for Miss Ellie. And so this is the same print, let me see, or a very similar print, just in monochromatic. And this looks like Orchid Oasis. Let me have a look. Let me grab my backing sheet so I can have a look at the colours here. So I've got Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Rich Roselberry, Starry Sky. Starry Sky. I'm just going to leave that back there, so then I know where we're going. So loving that. Look at that polka dot. Love a freesia polka dot. Oh, and then we've got just the greenery. That works really, really nicely. Going to leave that like that. Not now. This just sings to me. Although I love both sides. I'm sure we can use both today. I'm sure of it, because love the ovals. Pop a simple sentiment in it. You're done. These are perfect strips for your card. So I'll show you how to cut it up, but seriously, the perfect watercolor paper. Okay, right. So I've got 2 sheets out. Okay, pop that one like that. Now this is the one we can use the dies to cut out our gorgeous flowers. And oh, another one on the back. Which one do I like better? I think I like this one better because we have that nice pink. So I think I can sacrifice the back of this and use this one. And the good thing is, as I said, I have more than one pack. So, and this one, so this you can use on the bottom of a scrapbook page. You could fussy cut around all of this and have this as a beautiful strip on the bottom of the scrapbook page, or we can cut it in the middle and then cut it into card fronts. So we may even do that today. And that is all the paper. Or is it? No. I do have another pattern. Oh, yes, that is all the paper. And on the back of that, we have that same pink design in a washed out mossy meadow. Hello, Miss Cindy. How are you? Thank you for sharing, Corinne. I do appreciate that you guys share my videos with your crafty friends, and then they can discover the fun and the frivolity that we have here as well. Okay, so I'm going to pop these back. Going to pop this over here. Now, I'm thinking I want to start just by cutting these up. So I'm going to do that together. Now, I've just got to work out something here. So I want, okay, so if I line that up there, no. What I want to do, I want to line this up with the cut line, and I want to see where these little sprigs fall in my channel, so then I can, and that is a little bit over, so then I can mimic that on this side. Or I may have to cut them a little closer. I'm not sure. Okay. That doesn't work too badly. So we've got that. Now I'm not worrying about this center panel because I more want to use the ovals at this stage. And I do wonder if the ovals from, pull that back a little bit, if the ovals from the framed florets coordinate with this. That was my other thought. So now we have this strip in the middle that we can use. We can just cut off in the middle and we can use that on a card as well. And I was thinking these are just beautiful. Now I'm just kind of eyeballing middle here. Oh no, we can, if I do 10 and a titch, 10, 20, 30.5. So if I do, yeah, that'll do. Oh no, I just do 4 inches, you ning nong. Oh my god. 4 inches is going to work perfectly because there are 3, and 12 inches divided by 3 is 4. Don't mind me. Perfect, 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 perfect. So So I've got 2 of those. This one I'm not going to cut up, and that's okay. I will just cut this strip at 6, and then it will be a bit long for the Australian standard cut as well as US, but then you can decide if you want to cut from the top or the bottom. So, hello Jane, how are you? I tried that with the florets. Oh, it does not quite fit. Oh, that's a shame, because what I was going to do is, because I have things in my bits and bobs box. Yeah, and it covers up, actually, it covers up a lot of the flowers. And look, if you are awesome with a X-Acto kind of knife, you could cut around all of these bits and then pop this or that shape from the framed florets behind it. That would look really, really good, but it's a bit heavy, and well, it does work, but that's not what I'm quite going for today, not with the copper anyway, and not with the mint macaron either, although the mint macaron does look significantly better than what I was originally envisaging. So I'm just flicking through here. No, and the frame would sit right like this frame. I'll show you. This frame would sit right where the flowers are. Maybe, actually, that doesn't look half bad. Let me have a look at it on the screen. Actually, that doesn't look half bad. So the frame florets could work with it. I've also got the vellum frames. So while we're here, let's try it all, because we may look at something and go, oh, yes, we must use that. Oh, I think that's a bit busy. For that takes away where the other ones didn't quite take away. Yes, exactly. Hey Bobby, how are you? Awesome. Okay, so I think the framed florets work. It's just, it will be a bit of work to get them how I might like them to sit. So I'm going to take, these are all the same, so each oval is the same. So I need one oval, one of this, and these can go over on my paper. Okay, now while I am cutting, although I'm not quite sure why I have this extra piece, but that's okay, it can go back away. So I'm going to cut this piece directly in half at 6 inches. And did you know, with our trimmer, if you butt the paper up to the arm, so I've currently got the arm of the Stampin trimmer closed, but if you butt it up directly to that arm, that's 6 inches. So it makes it super duper easy to just cut. So I may make this a, do you know what? If I cut this at 4 inches, I'm going to get 3 out of it. So it's going to be a little, it's not going to be quite how I would do a card front. So it's going to be significantly thinner than what we normally do, but that's okay. So this one basically doesn't have the echinaceas, but still very pretty. Let's see which one I like the best. I think I'm liking the blue, the freesia, and the echinaceas. Well, they look like echinaceas on the side, or they kind of look sunflowerish. And we've got some wattle in there as well. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and I have some bitty bobs, and I have this paper that I was thinking about as well. So I'm just going to pop that paper to the side, and then we're going to just get thinking about what we might like to do with these 3 cut aparts. So I did also grab out these Something Fancy dies. Now these are great label dies. These are on page 17 in the mini catalogue, and they do go with the Something Fancy sentiment set. But I grabbed them out because I thought some of them may go with the sentiments in the Dainty Delight set, because I feel these pieces basically just need a sentiment and that's it. Now you could stamp your sentiment directly in the middle, so I have trouble turning these on the side because the flowers are going up and down, but you could put it directly on the side, and I do like a bit of a celebrate you. So you could just stamp that directly in the middle, mount it on a card base. Bob's your uncle. He actually is. Well, he's a Robert, but anyway. And I'm looking at these dies for like the thank you for your kindness. The best is yet to come. Sending love through this season of growth. And I think, Bobby, some of your bees would look great with these flowers. I'm sure I do have like a baby congratulations, because I do have this kind and sincere congratulations, but there's kind of nothing babyish here. So just let me quickly look through the rest of my stash of stamps. Nope, that one doesn't work. I swear I did have one though, like a baby one. Checking out this one. Nope. No, it's got wedding stuff. If anyone wants to remind me where a baby one might be, that'd be great. Art galleries, and no. What about hand-penned petals? Nope. Dragonfly garden. Oh, may good things grow all year long. No, not quite. Oh, what about love is what makes us family? What are you thinking? Happiness bounds. That has actually a really nice congratulations. Happiness abounds. I'll just pop that to the side. And just let me have a bit of a flick here. Oh, overflowing with happiness. Congratulations, overflowing with happiness. Trying to make these work. Oh, here it is. Charming sentiments. Charming, charming sentiments. I'm going to put away the lovely you, and I'm going to read comments. Sorry, I was standing up doing all of that. Hey Renee, how are you? Long time no see. You've been busy. Okay, so we have charming sentiments that says, so congratulations, so tiny, so precious. No, she's not a tiny baby. She did look a little bit overcooked, but I think she had gone over term. Overflowing with happiness. I do like this big congratulations, but I think this big congratulations is going to work much better on a landscape card, which I'm kind of planning not to do, but I kind of could. I'm having ideas. Let me quickly make these cards up, and then I kind of want to use like this with either of these two and do an owl, because owls work well, but we've got these three. So I'm just going to work on our cut apart bits that we have cut out and make some simple cards. No thinking, doing cards. So let's jump to it, and I'm going to put these 4 stamp sets that I'm going to play with for the baby card just to the side. So let's go. Let me see what we're going to do. Happily open to suggestions, so please just pop them in. Also happy, that hexagon will work really well for the baby, you know, geometric shapes. I'm thinking, whoop. Oh my God. Okay, everyone fall over and just stay there, please. Got stamp sets falling over. So that Celebrate You would work really well there, and then that could just go over a little bit, which I don't mind. That works. Then a thank you for your kindness. I think we'll go with this one. Look how perfectly that fits. Love that. And then, I don't know, what other sentiment should we use? We've got the best is yet to come, because that is a good birthday sentiment. I do like that. So this is here. And do you know what? Someone asked me if I'd replace my ribbon the other day, and I'm going to have to go back and check my orders, but I don't think I got the ribbon. I'm good, called day latte. Ah, yes. Yes, holidays and naps and all of that, I hear. Haven't had sleep in yet this week. I got one on Sunday and that was it. Bit sad, but you know, my life is so back to normal this week. It's a crazy week. And I don't know. Let's just go here. I'm thinking I want to grab some of this designer series paper, because I'm just thinking out loud. No, that is not going to work, because this is a very deep freezer, you see. So I'm just trying. I think I may. I want to stamp in the Starry Sky, but I want to find that piece would look really, really nice if I used that piece to stamp on with Starry Sky, because then the colours all match. Right, Starry Sky. The best is yet to come. Okay, Susan, I will use that on the strip card. Okay, these over here, this can go here. Now, I'm using a massive block with good reason, because I want to be able to see where I'm stamping. So right over there in the middle, I do not believe I have used this. Just rub my hand on it and it looks, doesn't look chalky, but it doesn't look as if it's got any shine to it, which is exactly what we want. Now that is inked up really, really nicely. Shouldn't have flicked it over like that, but hey, that's okay. So please pray, just pray. No! I'm not going to be out. Look, just let me see if, because we're only going to stuff it up. Yep, I stuffed it completely. Damn. So what, I'm just going to aim for this yellow section now. Should have used a stamp
I'm just gonna aim for this yellow section now.
Even pressure. Perfect, that's fine. We've still got the purple in there and we're just going to work with that. So let me just bring this down here. I'm a little bit annoyed, but anyway, I've got 2 packs of this paper, I must remember. And then look, that's a pretty piece that I can use. So just cut that a little bit bigger than what we need. And this I'm going to grab out the mini machine. Now, how many of you have seen the joining special part of Celebration at the moment? You can get one of these mini machines or the limited edition boho blue machine, which is going to be one of our new in colors in our next annual catalogue. So that's a bit exciting. So for $210, you get either the white, which is the original machine, or you can get the blue machine. And you get $315 worth of value in your kit that you can choose. So anything you like, and free postage to your door, and of course being part of my Wicked Woodies team, which Renee is a part of. Oh, I like that. That actually works really, really nicely. I like that a lot. I would have preferred the other one, but beggars can't be choosers. So let's pop that back in recycling. Now Celebrate You, using the same colors, but I think I am going to choose the pink, because we've got the pink right there where I don't have any pink in this one. And I'm just going to choose this block on an angle, not used before. Just rub my hand over to remove any of that manufacturing, and it just conditions it ready to use for stamping. So none of that ink beads up at all. Perfect. Not totally perfect, but I'll take it. Okay, now I'll just use my big scissors here because we're using a little bit of the bigger piece. That should do. Okay, bring back my mini machine, close these. Now a few of my plates where I just put you over there. Okay. And the best is yet to come is my other one. Hello, Miss Mandy. How are you? I'm just in the middle of getting some sentiments done and some quick cards, and then I'm going to try and make a baby card. because my cousin just had a baby yesterday. So very happy for Jess and Sarah. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. It's going to be fine. And I love that you get that very nice pattern at, yep, that looks good. Is it really sad that I use the replay video to work out if I've got it straight, because you get the perfect straight down view. Okay, crank that through. Happy New Year to you too, Mandy. Okay, so this one is going to go here, probably over here actually. I don't know. Not sure I'm loving it in the middle, but I don't mind it offset to the side because we've got, I actually like that kind of there. Okay, so, oh my God, my husband and my children are being very, very silly outside. They're clapping at each other. Well, no, my cousin, I'm not, no, because I don't have any siblings. I'm not an auntie. I'm kind of an auntie by marriage, but I've never met that young lady. So, yes, I know, Mandy, and the best kind of designer series paper is free designer series paper, which this is. Now, Susan said we're going to use the best is yet to come with this one, and I was even thinking of using some of these stamps on the card base for this one to create our own designer series paper. Just a thought, that way we're using the paper, but we are also using designer series paper and kind of making our own paper. So what color do we want to use? Now, as you can almost imagine, I have so much paper sitting here at the moment. Now, would this little splodge here work really, really nicely? And I think it might. So we've already started cutting this up for the other sentiments. I'm thinking this splodge will work well, but I must find a suitable die from the Something Fancy. The best is yet to come. Fits nicely on that die that we just used. So I shall use that again, or that actually, I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to go a little geometric. So mixing whimsical, which these flowers are kind of, they're definitely organic and whimsical. Just see, and that just nests in perfectly there. So we will definitely use the hexagon die. And I was actually a bit jealous of seeing other people's projects with the other hexagon die that we have in the main catalogue. They're going, I really like that, but now I'm happy because I have a hexagon die. So we're going to use this section right here, once again sticking with the Starry Sky, because we do have that ink in each pattern of our paper. Corinne, it really, really is, and I love that I can then use this pure watercolor pattern to coordinate with the card. So I'm like, once again, I'm liking certain bits, but I think I'm going to go here. Now, we want to hold it there and we want to make sure we've got even pressure. Unlike when I stamped before and I wanted that beautiful dark freesia splodge, and I stuffed it. But anyway, that's been and gone. And look, we got that beautiful yellow out of it. So just going to snip this out. And once again, go to our mini machine, which I just keep on chucking under the table. I love it because it is so tiny. So if you do have an order over $210 at the moment, I think it will be best for you to consider signing up as a demonstrator. Now, there is no actual obligation to stay a demonstrator. Look, the 20% off for me, winner. Oh, that moved. The 20% off my product, I do get 25% off, but you start off with 20% off your product, which is fantastic because you're going to be buying it anyway. Oh, you like this idea, Cindy? I'm glad you do. Yeah, if you're going to be buying the product anyway, why not get 20% off? And if you can't stay as a demonstrator or anything like that, there are no penalties. I'll still love you all the same. And oh, that's a bit close on one side, but that's okay. A couple of embellishments will fix that perfectly. So we have our 3 here. Because that's in arm's reach at the moment. So let's start looking at some card bases. Now, what pink are we? Blushing Bride. So I'm definitely thinking of a Blushing Bride card base for this one. Crush Curry. I'm not sure Crush Curry will work. I think I might look at... And I do need to cut some of this down, so I'll cut off some of the dead space at the top. I do need to cut this one down as well. But Blushing Bride, I think I may look at a So Saffron just for you, Bobby. And I'll grab out a fresh freezer and see how that works. So let's grab Blushing. Yes, Mr. Owen, how can I help you?
Where's the rag?
Oh, the rag is sitting on the freezer in the laundry, sweetheart. He needs his microfiber cloth for his painting. Back outside painting today. So that works quite nicely. I may even trim this down a little. Does it work? I will hold judgment there, but that's okay. I think it just needs a matte of another colour. Okay, I'm just playing with colour here. I know this doesn't quite work, but this is just the piece that came out in my hand. Oh, that's So Saffron, even though it doesn't quite match the darkness, it does tonally work really, really nicely. And we said fresh freezer for this one. Let's see what we can do. I have a landscape card front here. That fresh freezer looks amazing on that with some watermarking in the background. Now, I did want to try the fresh freezer on this one, and the fresh freezer works much better than the Blushing Bride. So I will change that up. Yes, and that. I even actually, or do I do, Cindy, do I do a fresh freezer matte on the Blushing Bride rather than just the Blushing Bride, because this isn't quite even, so I do definitely want to trim it down. So should I just use the fresh freezer or the fresh freezer on the Blushing Bride? I will let you girls answer. Oh, I can start trimming down some other bits and bobs and we can get moving, but I will just pop this one to the side, pop this over here, I'm going to start with the So Saffron, because it's very hard to use white or vanilla because we've got that pattern on the back of the designer series paper that isn't quite white and isn't quite vanilla. That's why I'm using colour Fresh Freesia on Blushing Dry Cream. Okay, you like, okay. Oh my dear Matt, yes. Okay, Susan and Renee both said I like that, which meant they like the Fresh Freesia by itself. So I am going to go with first opinions. So I score because I want side folding portrait cards, I score down the length in half and then I go across the length in half the other way, and I have two perfect card bases. Okay, that can go back in there. Let me grab a Fresh Freesia because I won't use the landscape one. I will do exactly what I did there and create two card bases. And I still just have a titch of stamping to do on this Fresh Freesia card base for that final strip card, and then we're going to get gluing. So even with all my hesitation, these cards really do not take long to put together. And of course I can see some iridescent pearls that are going to work really well on these cards, or maybe some pastel gems. Actually, why am I putting that back? What I needed to do was trim this down a hair. Well, it's a bit more than a hair, but just need to then trim this side down. This is going to be a hair, a perfect hair. I think spatially that looks so much better. It was just a little off, and when you're looking at a symmetrical shape, it does actually really make a difference. Just going to pop that to the side. Take our fresh, actually, I am going to close the Starry Sky ink pad because I think we're flirting with actually having to do a big cleanup if I leave that open. So that has now gone away. Fold this in half, grab the bone folder. Did I miss just slightly? I miss I will spit out the word in a second. I just misscored that ever so slightly, but that's fine. If I have it as the back of the card, no one will notice and everyone will be none the wiser. So while I'm here, I'm going to do all three cards. Okay, so this one here. Now we could, what would look really pretty, and I'm sure you can hear my brain saying it needs vellum, because that's what I feel it does need. Now let me find my vellum. Scraps, vanilla scraps, vellum. And we are using a whole new piece. That rarely happens. in my world. Normally I can get away with scraps, and I am going to, so I'll show you what I mean. You can just see it adds that matte layer, a second color, but we're using the vellum. Yes, you could, but you're allowed to be lazy. Oh, no problems, Jody. I really do enjoy sharing with you guys, and I think sharing the creative process also allows you girls to do this, because it's not perfect from go to woe. I've changed my mind 3 times, like you go, oh no, but that person on that video got it right the first time, but they've probably changed their mind 5 times in that whole process. So I'm just going to create, and do you know what I need? I actually need this under here so I can see what I'm doing. So just want just a very, very thin mat. So that is like that. Then I'm going to just eyeball it on my trimmer. If you wanted to precisely measure this, hey, I'm all for it. But that isn't where my brain is today. Ooh. Couldn't have got that better if I tried. Now let's try with this one. Please pray, please pray. Pretty good. I can't really complain about that. So now, because I find, me personally, that when I use my Tombow glue, which you girls all know is my preferred glue, when I use it on my vellum curls. So for vellum and foil, because I generally can see the adhesive, the wet adhesive through foil as well, I just use my Stampin seal. Now, just sometimes I cannot put things straight dead on because I kind of can't see the other side. So you can see we do have extra room at the top and bottom, which I am totally fine with. And I'm going to put this Celebrate You on dimensionals, so it gives this card a titch of life, so it's not all so flat. Even though we do have the die cut and it is an extra layer, it is just feeling a little flat and very papery. That's why I often add embellishments or ribbon to a card, because it just adds another texture and stops the project feeling so papery, and it does just elevate it. So I've got that there. I am going to call it. I was thinking, do I want to add some ribbon? And I'm going to stop myself and I'm going to use embellishments instead. So we will embellish all of these cards together at the end. So we'll just get, I go through in stages. So the first stage, we chose the paper that that was talking to me, and then I went through and chose sentiment, or I cut it down. I cut the paper down, and then I chose the sentiments. And then we chose what we wanted to put the sentiments onto. So I think I might like, do you know what? This needs a second colour as well. I am actually thinking here. Oh, I am going to even this up a little bit, but this is the one we wanted to stamp. So let's do that. I've opened the card to make it easier for stamping, and I can't make final decisions until this Versamark ink is totally dry. Now, we just have the single sprig, so which more looks like this one, so I might use these three, which is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and one of the blocks I want to use already has a dirty stamp on it, but that's okay. That and that. So lucky I have a fair few blocks in my stash. And I'm not, when I'm using Versamark ink, I am less likely to need to condition these stamps, because Versamark kind of conditions it anyway, but out of habit, even though I was saying the words, I did just run my hands over these. Oh, Cheryl, can you not do housework while you're watching me? I don't know. Just going to kind of, now this is going to look like nothing. I know it is going to look like nothing, but wait till it dries and you will be able to see just a very, very delicate pattern emerging. So just trust me here. I can actually see where and what I have stamped. So I'm almost recreating that Designer Series paper, but just with this. Now I need to use this one. I'm trying not to get the same stamps sitting on top of each other. But this I could get if I used the So Saffron ink. I would, that is me inking up the wrong one. If I use So Saffron ink, I would definitely get a much bolder look, but that's not what I'm going for. Now, I'm fine that I'm stamping over the edge here. That is totally cool with me. So you can see this isn't actually taking long at all. But I'm just, because we're now at the top, I am just inking up the bottom half or third to the stamp. And now this is very, very subtle, but it's drying and it is starting to look really good. Now I'm definitely going to have a bit of a collection of stamps to clean at the end. So if you want me to show you how I clean, oh, thank you, Corinne. Thanks for dropping in. My design process changes all the time. Sometimes I can take a few days to decide. Oh my God, Brenton, that would drive me bonkers. Absolutely bonkers if I waited that long to decide. So can you see just here we have that very subtle pattern. So it is there, but it's not there. So now I'm going to place this on, and yes, I still do want a bit of a vellum. If I pop that there, there is a blank space there-ish that will fit, and I'm just going to cut off at the bottom here and leave that titch of white space there. Right, so trimmer, I need to trim the side just so they're fairly even. Oh, did that that did move. Just a hair. No, I need to take another hair as well. Being really conservative this time. Yep, that is perfect. And for the full height of the card, which is 14.85 and a titch, and just took off those bottom stems, so I didn't lose anything in the actual design. Now I will need, I'm going to do the same thing again and just actually put this away. Oh, sorry for knocking you girls and guys there. That wasn't very nice of me, was it? Just bring you back a titch. See if we are straighter now. Now, I wonder, I'm just going to, just that edge is a bit funky, so I'm just going to push it down just because of the colour from underneath. Right, so just flick backwards, and flick backwards. Okay, so let's try and line this up straight, because we know the top and the bottom. Actually, I'm going to need this under here just so I can see that vellum edge. Okay, perfect. And bring the trimmer back. We're a very trimmer heavy day today, aren't we? Okay, so is that about that, I think? Oh, that sounded like a really rough cut, but it worked. And then we just snip the bottom, just like so. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now, oh please, I just had a moment that I thought I did not cut. I stamped these flowers upside down. Oh, could you imagine? I would have cut the whole card front off and put it on a new base. Okay, whoop. Okay, so just going to, align the top up because there is just a titch extra vellum at the bottom. And then that way, if there is any hanging off on the inside, which there is, I can just snip that off along the edge of the card. Just for that perfect look that no one ever notices except for us. Now, let's grab this, and this one is going to still fit perfectly in here and cover up that kind of blank space that the flowers produced. Dimensionals. So just using 2 again, because I find one can be a little bit unstable. Is it your birthday, Donna? Happy birthday. Oh, I got the shakes, not helpful. That's good. So that is that card without the without our sprinkly bits. Now we are on to our last one. How are we going? 110, not bad. I may not do the baby card with you here. Now, where did that sentiment just go? Just got dye on the floor, but I just had that sentiment here and it ran away. Because it ran away on the floor. It flew all the way off. Okay. Okay, I've got it close enough to me that I should be able to pick it up. My grabber has grabbed that die that I flung off, and I'm going to have to stand up and grab that piece of sentiment. Okay, sentiment. Oh dear. That's okay. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals on this, and then I'm just going to check our sizing. We may just want for this card maybe just a strip down each side and not take too much away. Let's have a look, because this piece is currently taller than our card. But what we can do is just leave those little strips each side, or actually I do like it all the way around. Isn't it funny? No, frames, it's so much nicer all the way around. Okay, trimmer again. And I'll put it away properly this time. Right, so our width for this is 10, 2.5. So our height, oh, wrong end, is going to be right there. I'm praying that I took the right amount off, or a little less rather than too much. Yeah, I think I need to take a smidge more. Love that we can get little clean smidges like that. You kind of want to get it right rather than need to take bigger smidges. Better to take lots of little ones. Okay, now I think that works. Yeah, that works well. But I do, oh no, have funny edge. This paper, just when you get that cut edge, it kind of just needs your finger or the bone folder to just go over that edge. Now I can use my wet glue. See if it's running today. Possibly have a booger in there, glue goober. Let's grab a pin. I can't even grab my pin today. Oh, there was just the tinsiest bit of resistance there. That must be the goober at the top. Nope. It definitely does not want to be coming out, and I don't want to press too hard. There we go. Nope, I definitely don't want to push too hard and then have this whole avalanche situation. There we go. That is actual glue now and not a goober. And I do wipe it off on the end just to try and not get the goober situation. That is all I need to use that glue for today. And then, because we've got quite a thinner margin, thinner than what I normally do anyway. Okay, hold this down a second, let all that glue take, and then I can just pop that one, just not centered because I don't want to cover up this one, but a bit offset. I think offset is the way that we're kind of working today. And of course with vellum, because vellum is always the answer. That and embellishments, always the answer. So I'm more than happy to cover up this seed pod.
I don't think Louisa likes the rain. She has a hard time picking it up. Yeah. Plus, if it hits her face.
Okay, there we go. Now, embellishments. Let's grab down our pack of embellishments, and we can see what is going to work. Now, I do have some freesia embellishments in the opaque. I do have these gold ones in these other pastel, iridescent pastel gems. I do have some gold ones. Or, no, they're not going to work. I will find them. I only had them the other day. The iridescent, I promise I'll find them. $10. Oh, do you know what we could use? Could use some of the brush brass butterflies. Say that 10 times fast. I think I've used them on a project, and I haven't taken a photo of that project yet. And they are sitting here to be photographed, which is right. Okay, so now we once again have our elimination. So I think these are pretty, but I think they're a bit blobbish solid for the actual design of these cards. I love them. As you can see, I have used them, but maybe not for this one. Okay, a couple of brush brass butterflies might look really, really nice on this one. Let me show you the iridescent pastel gold. I was thinking that might look really nice on this one. Maybe using 3 different types of embellishments here. Oh, thank you, Jane. And then, see, the pink and the purple with the purple. I think we have to use 3 different embellishments. Now, yes, I could have used one lot of embellishment for each card, but not today. I think this works best. So, let's pop this whole basket back away in its home. Grab my take your pick tool, because it's always the answer and always the tool that we need. Okay, now what I'm thinking is, like, because they have to be fluttering, you don't want them quite straight. Flip you over. Why does it want to do that? Rude. Okay, so 2 up there, and then I'm thinking just a 1 down here. So what do you think of that? Just give them quite a push down. So I think that perfectly finishes that card. Oh, no problems, Jane. Oh, you almost made it. Almost. There won't be much on the replay to watch for you then. Because I don't think I'm going to get to this baby card. But do you know what? I'll probably sit here this afternoon and make it. And then I will show it in a blog post for Miss Ellie. So just going to, this is going to be a bit of a scattering. Kind of liking one tucked under there. That is not what I meant to do either. Oh, that's okay. And then I was thinking one here. So we've got even numbers at the moment, but we're going kind of on a diagonal. I kind of want 3 here. I don't like 2 here though. Let me look at it on the screen. That. So I know we've got even numbers, 2 lots of 3, but we've got 3 in each cluster. So these are the gold pastel pearls. And then we are going to use the iridescent rhinestones on our Celebrate You card. Now, definitely want a big one. These ones really do not want to play ball with me. Okay, so kind of like one, just, well, not too far under. So one just tucked there. One just here. And one just there. So nice and simple, 3 different sizes. Diagonal line just brings your eye nicely to that. Thank you, Miss Renee. Okay, so we did use a few dies today and we only used 1 stamp set. So we used the Dainty Delight stamp set with the, now let me grab it without flinging anything across the room, with these Something Fancy dies. I didn't actually end up using the Dainty Delight dies, but we used the Something Fancy, and these are our 3 cards. So Celebrate You, the best is yet to come with our background stamping, so just to create a very light pattern. Now I'm going to push this to the side because I need the width to show you all the projects. Thank you for your kindness with that fuller sheet of paper. And all our embellishments, we used the brushed brass butterflies. I used iridescent basic rhinestones. So use these ones, and then I used the iridescent. So these ones are the iridescent pastel gems. So we got lots of variety out of our sentiments. Not only did we have a variety of sentiments, but in the something fancy, we had a nice variety of shapes. Now these are the cut apart sheets. So once I've made these, I could very, very easily cut apart those whole 12 by 12 Dainty Flowers, because I've already got these two sitting here ready to go. So I can now very easily reproduce a card because I've already designed one, and then I can go bam, 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 have some for my stash, ready to send out, ready to gift, or even ready to sell. So I hope I made this process easy for you today to look at. And I am very crooked. Sorry, because I use this as a final photo, you see. So I want it to look a little bit straighter, and that will be helpful. There we go. There we go. So I hope I gave you a peek into my process and how I can design 3 different cards, but all from that same process, and just using not too many products. Because if I'd grabbed in a lot more products, 1 ink pad, a couple of sheets of paper, but mainly the same paper, the same stamp set, the same dies, and then just pull in a couple of things. Now just remember, this designer series paper you can only earn. You cannot actually purchase this designer series paper. You do have to spend in Australia $90 to earn this pack of paper, but I can tell you it is worth it. I'm going to show you a card I was actually given for my birthday. Just grabbing it off my blinds, because yes, I still do have my birthday cards up. So this was a card I was gifted for my birthday, and it is from it's from Alison. So I was gifted this, another very simple card that you can make using this paper. So make your orders, don't miss out on the paper. I'm assuming by how easy it is to use, it may sell out fairly quickly. It's not intimidating, it's easy to use. Just pick some, don't use all the colours, just pick some colours and go for it. So this one we picked the yellow and the blue, this one we went with the freesia and the pink, and this one we went with the freesia and the yellow. So just pulling 2 colors out rather than trying to use all 5 or 6 colors just simplifies the process. Oh, my pleasure, Peggy. I'm glad you enjoyed. Sorry I didn't see you pop in there. If you need any help or have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I will be live again on Thursday. I never know, I might be making that baby card on Thursday. That actually sounds like a great idea. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, because that's the only way you can comment on my live video. Otherwise I get lots and lots of trolls, and no one wants trolls in their videos. So yes, just make sure you're a subscriber, and I think it gives you a limit about 5 minutes before you can comment. But have a beautiful couple of days. I will enjoy our very nice and sunny weather here, and I will see you soon. Bye.